Hello, everyone. Get ready for NBA action live on 2K Sports. A quick check now at the starting lineups for both teams. Tip-off goes to Minnesota. Here's Cassell. Pass to Love. Love right side. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that.
That's just run-of-the-mill for him. A typical day at the office. He's one of the more skilled offensive players out there.
Robertson with it. And it's in off the backboard. Kings on D.
I briefly spoke with Tom Thibodeau.
Wiggins. Here's Cassell. That's good. First quarter just over a minute played. Now here's Robertson. Pass to Lucas. And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
Wiggins. Here's Cassell. Makes the lead pass. Good.
Talk about a great start. 3 of 3 from the field to get the game going. They're cooking with gas, folks.
Now here's Robertson. And so it looks like the Kings will retain possession here. Off the inbound pass. Shot, no good.
A clear look at the hoop. He doesn't miss many of those.
Serbia. And again it's Minnesota.
4 straight makes out of the gate. That's a sweet start.
Just about 2 minutes into the game. First quarter of basketball. Now here's Robertson. Pass to Richmond. And here's to Stojakovic. 4 on the clock. A beautiful reverse layup.
Guys, that time he went for the fancy finish for us there, man. That was sweet.
Here's Cassell. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Love outside. Pass to Cassell. Pulls it up. It's hauled in by the Kings.
Well, you know what? All good things must come to an end, and they finally miss after making their first 4.
The shot's good from Robertson.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
Now here's Love. Wiggins. Second-chance shot, and Garnett misses.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
Here's Robertson. Pass to Weber. Now here's Richmond. Back to Weber. Now here's Richmond. Here's Stojakovic. Drains the three-pointer. He has 5.
D there, guys, was pretty much non-existent. I mean, you can't leave a good shooter like that open.
Here's Cassell. Back to Love. Puts up a 3. Richmond with the rebound.
You know, even against defense as tight as that, you expect him to bury those.
Pass to Stojakovic. His three-pointer's off the mark.
Even against solid defense, he's still going to try to continue to make that shot.
Here's Cassell. And Kevin Love gets the 3.
It's been a very efficient first quarter for him. He's creating good opportunities and converting those that he creates.
Now Robertson. Richmond left side. Pass to Cassell. Garnett. A second chance effort. And there's the nice layup by Garnett.
If you battle for the offensive rebound and come up with it, you're guaranteed a high-quality shot on the follow, just like he got there.
Richmond outside. Pass to Robertson. A stupendous finish in traffic. He has 6.
I like the way he's not forcing anything, taking advantage of what the defense is giving him. He's been a key contributor for them in this quarter.
Wiggins. Inside. Garnett. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Room service delivery right there, fellas. Wonderful entry feed.
Now here's Robertson. He's got 6. Stojakovic. Three-pointer. And he gets it to go.
Of all the guys you want to leave open out on the perimeter, he is the absolute last guy on the list. Attention to detail. Know your personnel.
For the 3, Serbia. And another 3 for Minnesota.
Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the three-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him.
The Kings trailing. And here is Robertson. 9 points in the game so far. Stojakovic with it. Weber inside. Pass to Richmond. 5 on the clock. Back to Stojakovic. Fires from deep. Gazelle grabs the miss.
He certainly didn't take advantage of the poor defense, but they can't count on him to continue missing. He's looking pretty confident out there. I mean, 5 of 7 so far from the field. He's feeling it.
Love. Pass to Garnett. And so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here. Cassell. Can't get it to go. It's off his foot. And they're saying he kicked the ball. Here's Robertson. 11 points in the game. Tries to save it. Here we go, all alone. Pass to Lucas. Richmond with it. Here's Stojakovic. 6 on the shot clock. Here's the break. Here's Garnett. Garnett inside. And he gets it to go. He has 6. Here comes Robertson. Trailing by 4. Pass to Weber. Back to Stojakovic. A floater. He lays it in.
That's a precision shot. You've got to be precise. No room for error on the floater.
Here's Cassell. Wiggins. 4 on the shot clock. And another 3 for Minnesota.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on the clinic on how to share the ball.
Here's Robertson. Now Stojakovic. 7 points in the game. Pass to Robertson. Back to Stojakovic. And right away they match it with a three-pointer of their own. 10 points for him.
And another specialty of his is the 3-ball from the corner. That's his signature shot.
Minnesota calls timeout. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Kings. Clock at 6. Outside Butler. From outside the arc. Can't get it to go.
Tell you what, they haven't wasted any time getting into the swing of things on the boards.
Back to Bibby. Pass to D-Box. Martin. Outside Martin. Here's D-Box. And he hits it to tie the game up.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
And here is Butler. Jacks up a three. And the rebound goes to Martin. Pass to Bibby. Cousins. Evans outside. Kevin Martin on the wing. Blocked. And the Timberwolves with possession here. The through ball. Shot's good. Now, here's Bibby. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Evans. Back to Bibby. Here's the three. Another three for Sacramento. There's the pick. Ryder. The kick outside to Butler. No luck. And here comes Bibby. Pass to Evans. Shot clock at 6. Ryder. And there's the whistle. The first one falls. And so he makes both from the line. The Kings trailing. There's the screen. Pass to Bibby. No one near him. Again, Sacramento.
That is some real serious dime dropping there. Exquisite assist.
Ryder drains it from beyond the arc. 8 points for him. And here's Evans. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. The Timberwolves on. And so far it's been a closely contested game as we get the second quarter up and going. And let's quickly break down the game we're watching with the Timberwolves, guys. Kevin Martin on the wing. Back to Evans. Pass to Bibby. And here's D-Box. On the basket by D-Box.
Beautiful feed off the bounce to his teammate there. Nicely done.
They set the pick. Ryder.
That's some more rugged play from them inside. They have a decent edge in rebounds thus far.
And they take the lead.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
And the Timberwolves with possession here. They trail by 1. Marbury laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
I'll tell you what, the defenders didn't even get a sniff of him on that move to the hoop.
Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Timeout called by the Kings.
They've been very untidy with the ball here. You commit turnovers when you try to do too much or you force it. They need to focus on making the simple play, good passes, and moving the ball around.
And the Kings making a change here. So it's Sacramento. Theus. Pass to Martin. Rebound, Minnesota. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Rubio with it. Here's the teardrop.
Fellas, that's exactly the job the big guy has to do for him. Contest every rebound.
Swiped away. Now here's Williams. Back to Cousins. Outside Williams. Theus. Up and in on the layup. Here is Rubio. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Ryder. Can't hit.
They've clearly been the better team on the glass, but it hasn't necessarily translated to the scoreboard yet.
To the middle. And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession.
That is not a difficult pass. You'd think they could keep it in bounds.
And the Kings will go for a different look here. The Timberwolves trail. Rubio outside. Serbia hits the three-point bomb. He's got 11. And so here's Sacramento. They've only allowed 5 points in the quarter. Pass to Cousins. Stojakovic with it. Williams always going up for the alley-oop here. And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
And the Kings making a change here. Rubio outside. And stolen by Lucas. And here comes the break. Williams. And that's collected by Love. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Now Rubio. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Garnett outside. Back to Rubio. 6 to shoot. Love outside. And that's good for 2. Now here's Williams. Back to Stojakovic. Pass to Williams. The rebound by Garnett. Minnesota in the lead. Now here's Rubio. Back to Garnett. Garnett, right side. Rubio. Another shot. In deep. Garnett drops it in. 8 points for him. Now Williams. Pass to Stojakovic. Now Weber. Working on Love. To stop the drought. Back to Williams. Misses off the left iron.
The defense needs to play tight on him, and that's exactly what they did to force that miss. Well done.
Rubio outside. Garnett, right side. Garnett, right side. Serbia. Rebound by the Kings.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
Weber in the post. Shoots it up. And here's Stojakovic. 10 points for him. And once again off the mark by Sacramento. Rubio with it. Serbia. And again it's Minnesota.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Pass to Lucas. From the post. And that one's good. Rubio with it. Looking for his first basket still in this one. And the Timberwolves call time. And the Kings making a change here. Pass to Cassell. 6 on the shot clock. Wiggins. Lucas with the rebound. The Kings trailing. There's the pick. Richmond with it. Weber. Here's Robertson. Here's Weber. Oh, that's blocked. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. So it's Minnesota now. Here's Cassell. Back to Garnett. Garnett left side. Lucas is there. Shot clock at 6. Here's Love. Gets the three-pointer to fall. 10 points for him.
Great opportunity right there. He's got such tremendous length. He can just rise up and get separation for the three.
Now Robertson, 11 points in the game. Now here's Stojakovic. Pass to Richmond. Poke loose. Here's Cassell. There's a good screen. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
If they can't take care of the basketball, they're going to have a very hard time turning this game around.
Here's Cassell. Serbia. And the Timberwolves tack on 2 more.
Another pass put right into the shooter's pocket, right in the shooting pocket for a terrific assist. They've done a lot of that today.
And here's Richmond. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Here's Robertson. Pass to Weber. Richmond. Pocket 6. Good on the triple.
A wide open three. They need much better communication defensively.
Here's Cassell. From the arc. And another three for Minnesota.
He is just tearing it up this court. That lead's not going anywhere while he's listening.
Now here's Robertson. Here's Richmond, and he gets the bucket. He has 5.
Well, they're not shooting as many from outside here in the second quarter.
Here's Cassell. Back to Love. Shot clock at 6. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
The defense not doing a good job at all of getting after him. They got to crowd him and make it tough for him. That's his second this quarter.
Richmond outside. Lucas. Pass to Richmond. And blocked. Here's Cassell. Back to Love. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. He's got 15.
I don't think they can ask much more of him than what he's done this quarter.
Robertson with it. 11 points in the game. Pass to Richmond from the high post. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. Guys, they have a really solid lead at this point.
You know, definitely that's the case. I mean, there hasn't been much resistance at all.
Serbia. From deep. Lucas with the rebound.
Boy, even though he missed, you can't give up that kind of a look very often.
Back to Robertson. Weber. Pass to Richmond. Buries it from three-point range. 8 points for him.
He's making it look easy scoring out there because he's much more efficient here in the second.
And here's Love. Love right side. Out of bounds, Sacramento takes possession. That'll do it for the first half. Timberwolves ahead. And Welcome back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. Here's Robertson. Richmond right side. Richmond right side. Robertson. 6 to shoot. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. And stolen by Lucas. Here's Cassell. Serbia. Pass to Love. 6 on the shot clock. From deep three-point range. It's rebounded by Robertson. Now the Kings with it. 11-point game. Outside for Richmond. No good on the triple.
Well, they're fortunate. The defense was taking a big chance leaving him that wide open behind the arc.
Here's Cassell. Wiggins. Knocks it loose. Wiggins. Rebound by the Kings. Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. Now Robertson. He's got 11. And Peja Stojakovic hits from deep. He's got 13.
I'm not sure who was supposed to pick him up, but somebody's going to get an earful from the coach for leaving him that wide open.
Now here's Love. Weber pulls it in.
Been a cold spell for them coming out of the half, missing their first 3 shots. A tough start.
He's against Garnett, and the call will be against Kevin Garnett. That is his first foul of the game. Now here's Lucas. Pass to Robertson. That's good. He's got 13.
You know, he's knocking down his shots today, but it hasn't really translated to the scoreboard yet.
Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. They get a hand on it. Just 5 to shoot. Love inside, and he gets the bucket.
That one goes down, but offensively, it's 1 of 4 to start the third quarter.
Pass to Richmond. Back to Weber. Now here's Richmond. Richmond left side. Stojakovic. From deep. Love grabs the board. A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Garnett backing down. Wiggins nails the wide open jump shot. And here's Robertson. He's got 13. Pass to Lucas. Now Weber. Now here's Robertson. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down. And the Timberwolves call time. And the Kings making a change here. Here's Cassell. Left side, Love. Shot from the wing. That's good on the jump shot. 19 points in the game.
And the D is having problems stopping the mid-range jumper. They're not really closing out on him as much as they should be.
Pass to Robertson. No good. Serbia. Here's Cassell. Shot clock at 6. Wiggins. Lets it go from deep. Here's Cassell. And he gets it to go. He has 5. Robertson with it. 13 points in the game. Pass to Richmond. Backing him down. Back to Robertson. The shot is off.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Wiggins. Wiggins gets to the rim for two with the D all over him. And here are the Kings now, down by 15. Here's Robertson. They need this, and the layup is good. 15 points in the game.
The defender a little hesitant to offer resistance as he bursts to the hoop.
Here's Cassell. Wiggins. Here's Cassell. He has 5. 5 to shoot. Wiggins. Richmond with the rebound. Richmond left side. Stojakovic. Back to Richmond. Pass to Robertson. Divac with it. No good. Here's Cassell. Wiggins. Out of bounds. Sacramento takes possession.
Man, I don't know what happened right there. He just basically walked out of bounds.
And the Kings will go for a different look here. Now Evans. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Outside for Martin. Poked away. Butler with the ball. Marbury. Good.
I'll tell you what else I like is his attacking mindset too, Steve. No matter where he is on the court, when he gets possession, he will turn it up and turn it on and run out. Most of the time, he doesn't stop until he's laid the ball in the hoop.
Pass to Martin. Uncovered. That is good.
Heads up play there, guys, on the assist and the finish.
And Minnesota has possession. Marbury. Back to Butler. Marbury. Goes back up. Butler with the ball. And Butler with a nice bucket inside.
Good look. We'll make that one most of the time.
Now here's Williams. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Backing down his Cousins. Here's Minnesota. They set the pick. Pass the Butler. 6 to shoot. Barber. From 17 feet out. Offensive rebound. Ryder. Great look, but off the mark.
When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
Now here's Williams. Pass to Cousins. And here's Evans. Ball stolen. Marbury pushes it down to finish the break. They have a very long way to go to get within sight of the lead.
And from what we've seen thus far, I wouldn't hold my breath.
That's going to be tough. Back to Williams. Pass to Evans. Cousins with it. Shot clock at 5. And here is Cousins. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the swivel. There's a screen. Marbury. Ryder. And it's rejected. Evans left side. Misses from short range.
Well, he won't miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions there. They're not as aggressive from the outside here, but maybe they should think about stretching the defense a little bit, like they did in the first half. I mean, stretching the defense makes it easier to score inside, too.
This Kings squad is struggling. Williams with the ball. Pass to Evans. Back to Williams. They set the pick. To the inside. Cousins. And he converts the layup.
One of the reasons they're behind is because we haven't seen enough of that. He needs to become a bigger part of the offense.
Marbury. Marbury. That's good. 10 points for him. Now Williams. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Can't get it to go. Pass to Butler. Outside Butler. Outside Butler. Ryder. Now here's Butler. Outside Butler. Out of bounds. Sacramento will take possession. The Kings making a switch here. Five-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Theus. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Up high to stuff the alley-oop. Now the Timberwolves with it. With 1 on the clock. Missed. Well, through 3/4 of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. Here is Rubio. Outside Butler. Clock at 6. Lucas with the rebound.
So I think he had all the space he needed. He just couldn't find the bottom of the net.
Now, here is Bibby. Can't hit from in close. Outside Butler. Wide open. Good.
Superb assist there. He played the role of the maestro on that.
Here's Bibby. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Pass to Cousins. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
Man, how about the dexterity for this big guy? I mean, he is really smooth around the basket.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. And that one falls for Cousins. First minute and a half of basketball play here in the fourth quarter. Here is Rubio. Six on the shot clock. Elbow shot is on the way. Pass to Bibby. Theus. And the shot is good.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Here comes Rubio. Back to Love. And stolen by Cousins. The finish rips down the breakaway slam. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Brandon. Back to Rubio. Rubio right side. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Brandon. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down.
Well, I think he shot the ball well, guys, but I don't think he shot it enough. The more shots he gets from here on out, the more they'll stretch out this lead.
Here's Cousins. They set the screen. Now, here is Bibby. From deep three-point range, rebounded by the Timberwolves. 17 points was their biggest margin. Brandon. And so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here. And the Kings making a change here. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Shot clock at 6. Brandon. Serbia. And it's off from three-point range. Bibby with it. No good with the layup. Now the Timberwolves with it. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth quarter. Stolen by Stojakovic. Throws down off the coast-to-coast drive. Minnesota with the ball. 10-point lead. Serbia. Pass to Rubio. Just 5 on the clock. Love outside. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Here is Lucas. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going.
And now we can see them really working it inside.
And Minnesota has possession. Stolen by Bibby. Pass to Richmond. Lots of room. And it's off the back rim. No good. And here are the Timberwolves. 8-point game. Rubio outside. Here's the screen. And it's blocked. One-on-one here. Here's Bibby. Bibby with the bucket.
Boy, I tell you what, nice little run here that they're going on.
So it's Minnesota now. Got a piece of it. Back to Rubio. Love outside. 6 to shoot. They get it again. And the shot is good from Garnett.
They have got to put a body on it, because otherwise, with his agility and athleticism, they're not going to be able to contain him on the offensive glass.
And here's Bibby. Pass to Lucas. Working on Love. Richmond outside. Right through the D for the layup.
And Steve, some of the best highlights you're ever going to see are going to come from this guy. Every time he steps on the court, there's a chance he'll perform the dunk of the season.
Back to Rubio. Brandon. That's good. Here's Sacramento. Richmond outside. Pass to Lucas. Stojakovic. They set the pick. Baseline jumper. That one a little long. Minnesota in the lead. Rubio with it. Takes the three, and the basket good. 1 points in the game.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that.
Now Bibby. Goes up on the block. That one goes. Count it. Now Rubio. Brandon. Pass to Garnett. And it's good.
That's the way to work the ball in close to the hoop, guys.
Here's Bibby. Richmond outside. And here's Weber. Here's Stojakovic. Drills it from outside.
He's putting on a commanding performance here. He's hit 2 3-pointers in each half now.
Rubio outside. Love outside. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
And it looks to me like he still has some of the shooting touch that he displayed in the first.
Here's Bibby. Now a timeout called by Sacramento. Kevin Love with a stroke. The Kings making a switch here. And so here's Sacramento. They trail by 11. And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
And Minnesota has possession. Here's Cassell. Six on the shot clock. Love outside. For three. Kept alive. Here's Stojakovic. Kevin Garnett grabs the miss. Timberwolves on offense. They lead by 11. Serbia. Love outside. Left side, Love. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It will be 3 points if he converts at the line.
A great job getting the ball inside right now. Coach really wants them to show some physical presence and toughness here in the second half. And that's exactly what they're doing.
And that one falls for Love. And here is Robertson. Pass to Richmond. Back to Robertson. That's good.
You know, there's no fear out of him, guys. I mean, going straight to the hoop against a much bigger defender, he's got a lot of heart.
Here's Cassell. Down low. Garnett. And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
He got there late, but you do have to like the aggressiveness to go after the block. But that one's going to count.
Now here's Robertson. Richmond outside. Lucas. Shot is blocked. And he gets it back. And the layup is good. And here are the Timberwolves. A 12-point game. Pass to Cassell. Lock at 6. That is good. Now Robertson. Back to Stojakovic. And that one's good. And the Timberwolves with possession here. Leading by 12. Here's Cassell. Serbia. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Love. Stolen by Stojakovic. And so it's the Timberwolves. Kevin Love.